Health and Human Services Secretary Alex Azar. Secretary Azar, great to see you this morning. Thanks so much for being here on this great news day. When can we see FDA approval?
Well, what we have said to Pfizer is that we intend to grant authorization for their vaccine. And at this point, it's really a matter of working out some of the final details, dotting the I's, crossing the T's, getting the fact sheet for the doctors. So really within the next couple of days, it ought to come out and we'll start having Pfizer ship that vaccine to where the governors have told us.
So, Secretary, you have said that you're expecting 20 million vaccines this year. Is that right? Toward the end of the year, and then an additional, 50 early next year? 50 million?
Yeah, Maria. Yeah, let me walk you through those timelines. But first, let me just say, it is clear that if it had not been for Donald Trump's personal leadership, we would not be seeing a Pfizer vaccine and hopefully in the next week, a Moderna-approved vaccine with the ability now, as you just mentioned, to vaccinate 20 million people in the coming weeks here in December. And by the end of January, getting to a total of 50 million first vaccinations. And then we believe that by the end of February, we could see 100 million vaccinations, shots in arm, as a result of what the president has done here through Operation Warp Speed.
That is just great news. I agree. The president's leadership on this has been really stunning. And as a result, we are talking about vaccines by year end, as he told us. But I want to push back on one thing, Secretary, because I was having this conversation with somebody just yesterday, and they told me that Pfizer initially wanted to give the administration many, many more than 100 million allotment. They wanted to give the administration $500 million, and the administration said, no, we just want to make sure to contract 100 million, and then later said, wait, we need more vaccines. And then Pfizer said, well, now they're all accounted for. We are already promising them to others around the world. Do you feel like the administration blew it in not securing more from Pfizer, or did you do that intentionally to have different companies coming up with different vaccines like Moderna, as you mentioned?
Yeah, Maria, I'm glad you asked about that because that reporting was wildly inaccurate that came out there. I don't know where it's coming from, certainly not from us. We negotiated to get a guaranteed purchase of 100 million doses of Pfizer vaccine back in July before they had even started phase 3 clinical trials or had any substantial data. We did the same negotiating with 5 other companies with contracts that establish us to get 800 million doses of vaccine across 6 manufacturers with options that enable us to get to 3 billion doses. So what are we doing? We're managing a portfolio of risk, and this is what the president's genius with Operation Warp Speed was. Negotiate and have contracts, guaranteed commitments with multiple technologies, multiple platforms, multiple manufacturers. With Pfizer, we basically bought as much as they were able to commit to deliver, which was 100 million. We took an option to get another 500 million, but they weren't able to commit by any date certain because of their manufacturing scale-up. In early October, we began talking with Pfizer about exercising additional options for additional product. We keep working with them to get to concrete commitments. We're working with them very productively. We're also doing that with Moderna. We're working to expand capacity there. We're talking to AstraZeneca, Johnson & Johnson, as they look forward to possible approvals, as they get their phase 3 data, hopefully in the near term. We are well on track for every projection that we have on vaccines available to the American people.
So you feel you will have the appropriate amount of vaccine for everyone to get inoculated in a short period of time?
Yeah, so I walked you through those initial timelines, and that's really just with the Pfizer and Moderna supplies right there. As I said, we're very optimistic about our ability to enhance production from Pfizer and Moderna to get additional commitments. Of course, we have the Defense Production Act, so the United States goes to the front of the line. We'll use whatever powers we need, but I'm sure it's going to be cooperative. They want to help. But we also have Johnson & Johnson and AZ that could come into the fore in January and add even to those projections of what we're having.
All right, great. Well, look, you say it's bad reporting, but I have a feeling it's Pfizer telling people that we wanted to give the administration more, but they said no initially. But let me ask you about a CDC panel voting the first round of COVID vaccination should be offered to healthcare workers and residents of long-term care facilities. Secretary, now everyone's trying to understand who gets what and why. Walk us through the distribution process in terms of who are the priorities and when everyday folks could actually get access to this. Are you looking at the middle of 2021 in terms of a realistic time when the majority of people can actually have access after you get those priorities like healthcare workers and seniors first on the line?
Yeah, so first let's talk about priorities. So the CDC has those recommendations, but our governors are in the driver's seat. The Vice President and I were just with Governor McMaster in South Carolina, and he walked through a very detailed plan of each tranche of prioritized people. They make their own call. So he's focusing on the healthcare providers most at risk and people in nursing homes and nursing home staff, but also other vulnerable individuals, especially our medically underserved and those who've borne the greatest burden of disease from COVID-19. But then in terms of general vaccination, what I've said is I think it's quite realistic by the end of February into March, our governors will start doing more general vaccination efforts where you're really going to your Kroger's, your CVS, your Walgreens and getting your COVID vaccine very much like you get your flu vaccine. We believe that in the second quarter, we'll have enough vaccine for every American who wants to get vaccinated. And that's not, as you know, not a moment in time. That really just keeps rolling off week by week, 5, 10, 20 million doses get out there that we provide. So yeah, so what's going to happen? You asked about the mechanics. So with Pfizer, as soon as we get the final document signed by FDA, we'll give instruction on Pfizer where to ship. They'll use FedEx and UPS. They drop ship through a very tightly controlled system to the 636 sites our governors have designated for this initial tranche. And we could see vaccinations beginning on Monday or Tuesday, depending on when FDA gets everything signed. And then with Moderna will use McKesson as their distributor, and McKesson will get that similarly to where the governors tell them to get product.
So ideally, we might be seeing inoculations beginning as soon as Monday then?
Absolutely. Yep, because we've already pre-positioned and shipped out from McKesson the kits that we built. So we have these kits that have the syringes, the needles, the diluent, the personal protective equipment. So that's already been getting pre-positioned at those 636 sites, which is just a small tranche initially. We'll get to the many thousands very soon.
Secretary, what's the difference between these different company vaccines? We've got another vaccine front runner awaiting approval. The FDA scheduling an advisory committee set for next Thursday to consider Moderna's request for its emergency use authorization. So we will have these two vaccines conceivably approved and distributed in the next few weeks, I guess. But what's your take in terms of what we need to understand about what's different about the Pfizer vaccine versus Moderna, for example?
So the Pfizer and Moderna vaccine are both what are called messenger RNA vaccines. That's the vehicle used to create the immunogenicity. So very similar technological platforms. The Moderna vaccine does not have the same extreme cold chain storage requirements that the Pfizer one does, and it also comes in a more flexible packaging size. We have smaller number of doses. Everything about the Moderna one is more flexible, easier for us to administer than Pfizer, although we have the Pfizer one under control. You know, UPS, FedEx, CVS, Walgreens, McKesson, they say, we know how to do this. We've got this. But the Moderna one's even easier for us to use. The data packages are remarkably similar. I think you see with Moderna a bit more higher efficacy on that first dose of vaccination. But then what's exciting is we can get to AstraZeneca and Johnson & Johnson, which are based on an adenovirus platform, a very well-established vaccine platform, and J&J is a single dose. So think about that. If J&J can get 40 million doses of vaccine, that's not 20 million people getting vaccinated. That's 40 million people getting vaccinated.
That's great. So when would you expect more progress on the J&J vaccine?
So the head of R&D at Johnson & Johnson has suggested that publicly that they could see readouts in the early to mid-January timeframe. So they're already, both AZ and Johnson & Johnson have significant clinical trial enrollment already in their phase 3 trials here in the United States. So really, it's just like we did with Pfizer and Moderna. We're waiting to get events in those trials. That means people getting COVID. And then when a certain number hit after the relevant time period, you basically look and see how many were placebo, how many got the vaccine. That tells you your efficacy rate. So I'm hopeful that we'll see data readouts on AstraZeneca and Johnson & Johnson from American trials in early to mid-January, and I would hope we can proceed very quickly to FDA authorization after that, after the experience of now getting through Pfizer and next week getting through Moderna. I hope it'll be a faster FDA process now that they've done this.
This is fantastic. I love all of this breaking news. You just said we could see the first inoculations as early as Monday. That's big news. And you said the J&J vaccine is on the horizon as well later this year. Is this all a shot? Secretary, it's a shot for all of them, right? I know it's 2 shots for the Pfizer and Moderna, and you're saying it's 1 dose for the J&J, but it's all a shot.
Yes, these are all shots. All of the current platforms except J&J are 2 vaccinations, an initial followed by, whether 3 to 4 weeks later, a booster shot. The J&J is, as I mentioned, it is being studied as a single vaccine, a single shot for you. There are some additional technologies out there, for instance, nasal administration, but those are further off, and those will be useful for continued development once we get past getting the American population initially vaccinated with these shots.
Anything you want to say about side effects, Secretary? We heard about side effects in the UK.
Yeah, so I'm glad you asked about that. This was discussed thoroughly at the advisory committee yesterday. You did see 2 cases of individuals who had pre-existing, very significant medical allergies. You know, they had their EpiPen with them, so significant. They had reactions. They were able to deal with that with their EpiPen, apparently. And really what the FDA is saying, and that's something we're working with Pfizer right now on, is the appropriate language for the doctors, is if you have a pre-existing serious allergic reaction to anything in these vaccines or medical allergies, you should exercise caution in getting these vaccines initially.
All right. We will leave it there. Secretary, great to talk with you today. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Maria.